All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into something that's, well, it's probably the biggest unsung hero of the movie theater
It's
experience.
literally unsung, yeah, and unseen. It's hidden right behind the screen.
Exactly. We've pulled the technical specs for the QSC SC-424. It's a screen channel loudspeaker.
And it is. It's a beast. I mean, this isn't just a speaker looking at the data. It's more like a piece of industrial hardware.
It really is. Our mission today is to figure out how this 256-pound stack of plywood and magnets creates that movie magic you just don't notice.
It's a fascinating look behind the curtain.
I mean, the first thing that just jumps off the page is the sheer mass. 256 pounds.
116 kilograms, yeah. You don't realize that's sitting back there in the dark.
And that weight, it's not accidental, right? It's split across the system.
That's right. You've got two main parts. There's a LF4215, which handles all the low-frequency stuff, the rumbles.
Okay. And then sitting on top of that.
You have the MHV1090, and that stands for mid, high, and very high frequencies.
See, that MHV designation caught my eye. Usually it's just a tweeter up top. This is a very deliberate four-way design.
It is, and it gives the theater engineer some really critical options for amplification.
Ah, I saw that. It's selectable between a triamp and a quad amp setup.
Exactly.
Which is huge for control.
Yeah.
So in that quad amp configuration, you're giving the very high frequencies their own dedicated amp channel.
Right. So a massive bass explosion isn't going to, suck the power away from a really subtle high-frequency sound. It keeps everything clean.
It isolates it so you avoid that distortion.
Absolutely. It keeps the soundstage just rock solid, no matter how loud it gets.
Speaking of loud, the LF unit is rated for 1,000 watts continuous. That's massive.
Yeah.
But the real secret sauce here seems to be how they handle dialogue.
The muddy dialogue problem, yeah. We've all been there.
Right. You can't hear what anyone's saying over the action. And QSC's solution here is, what, a horn-loaded 10-inch cone driver.
Yes, in that MHV unit. And a 10-inch diaphragm for a mid-range driver is,
Yeah.
well, it's huge.
They're not messing around.
No, they want that surface area. And that one specific driver covers the range from 250 hertz all the way up to 1800 hertz.
Okay, so that's the sweet spot for the human voice.
That's the critical pocket. All the intelligibility, the vowels, the consonants, it's all right there.
So instead of a crossover point splitting an actor sentence between a woofer and a tweeter.
Exactly. The entire vocal is reproduced by that one single element. No crossover distortion where it matters most. That's why the dialogue just cuts through everything else.
That makes perfect sense. But what about the really sharp stuff? The, glass breaking, tires screeching.
For that, they're using, and this is a mouthful, coaxial neodymium high-frequency compression driver.
That just sounds expensive, all that neodymium.
It is, but the key detail in the spec sheet is the diaphragm's mass. This design has a much, much lower mass than traditional ones.
And, okay, back to basic physics. Less mass means it can react faster.
Precisely. A better transient response. It can stop and start almost instantly with the signal.
So you get better dynamic range, less distortion.
Yeah. The shattering glass sounds crisp and detailed, not just, harsh.
One thing that strikes me as a contradiction in the design. It's nearly 7 feet tall, but the cabinet is only 20 inches deep. It looks almost flat.
It does, and that's all about the reality of the projection booth.
Ah, right. There's not a lot of real estate behind a movie screen.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's often just a narrow catwalk, so that shallow depth design is purely a practical choice.
It's engineered to fit in a hallway, basically.
A very loud hallway, yeah. And looking at the price, you're paying for that engineering. It's about, what, $3,800?
$3,861, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a serious piece of professional gear.
It is. It's the price you pay for that reliability and that specific kind of clarity.
So what we have here is this machine that's designed to be totally invisible. And it's balancing 1,000 watts of just raw brute force power.
With the absolute delicacy you need to make a single whisper intelligible.
It's a tool that does its job best when you completely forget it's there.
Absolutely.
It does make you think, though. As home theaters get more and more advanced, you've got Dolby Atmos, amazing soundbars.
Right.
Can they ever truly replicate the physics of this? Of moving this much air with a 256-pound machine? Or will the cinema always win that fight, just on pure physical mass alone?